In today's video, I'm going to tell you guys 3 sets that you might want to complete before it's too late. So let's get in. Alright, we've done our hook. You guys are now interested, so let's actually get into the video, shall we? So in today's video, I'm going to, as I say, tell you guys 3 different sets in particular that you are going to want to complete soon. Otherwise, you'll probably regret it in the near future. So in terms of how this video is worked, we just look at the past. So if you guys have played 2K20, you know of a certain something that I'm about to explain. You know what happened once something got introduced. So let's get into it. Well, the whole driving point of this video was the token market. Now, the token market is sort of like the Loch Ness monster of the MyTeam community. People think it exists, but there's like that undercurrent of people that are kind of like, nah, it'll come eventually, it'll come eventually. You know, I mean, Ronnie said that, but yeah, so it'll come eventually. I personally thought it would come at the start of Season 5. Yeah, that turned out to be true. But now the next logical guess is to say that it's coming at Season 6. So I'm going to prepare you guys for Season 6 in terms of do these 3 sets and you'll actually be prepared for it. Now, I'm not saying do these sets immediately. I'm just saying think about doing these sets or think about chipping away at these sets before these prices absolutely rocket up in price. If you guys remember in 2K20, remember when a few certain players that you needed for a set that you needed tokens for? What happened to those sets that gave you like plus 200 tokens, plus 250 tokens? They skyrocketed in price. You remember that Tim Duncan that was like really, you know, that pink diamond Tim Duncan? You could find him here or there, but then after the certain update that went up where you needed tokens, he was 100k plus. Like you can find him with 200k plus. So that, at that point, tokens were very much wanted. So even if you don't want to just do these sets just for tokens, just having them in your collection, and then eventually when the token market comes in and people want tokens, you'll be prepared for it. You'll have a few players ready to sell. You'll have a few players to lock in to get some sets. So let's get into it, boys. So the first set we have is the NBA Draft set. This is actually the cheapest of the sets, and it offers you 200 tokens, which is kind of insane. Now, the things I'd look out for when you're actually looking to buy these players is 1, try and find them with a diamond contract, just because having them with a diamond contract obviously does help. And you can normally find them for like, you'll end up paying like 2,000 MT extra just for a diamond contract, which, you know, diamond contract is quite expensive at the moment. So if you can find that, definitely look for it. So in terms of Anthony Davis, I've just gone for the average price, just while I'm recording this video, the average price I'm seeing these for. Anthony Davis is about 56,000. Pink Diamond Luka Doncic is about 40,000. Glenn Robinson, the Diamond one's about 8,500. Brandon Ingram himself is about 10,000. And Ben Simmons is about 18,000. All in all, this set, on average, is going to cost you about 130,000 MT. And it does get you 200 tokens. Obviously, I'm not saying, again, just go splurge all your MT all on this set immediately. What I'm saying is, say you have about 10,000 here or there, 20,000 here or there. I'm saying potentially, instead of going, you know, wasting it on packs, then maybe just go pick up one of these cards. You might thank yourself in the future. Now, potentially the big boys. Depends on what happens on Tuesdays. So in previous Tuesdays, we've gotten the Super Pack. So we got the Idol Super Packs. And then this Tuesday, we got the Flash Super Pack. So I'm saying potentially we could see these Retro Super Packs on Tuesday. Obviously, I'm not saying that as a guarantee, but I'm saying it could very well be a thing that happens on Tuesday. So in terms of the Retro set, Pink Diamond Paul George, I managed to pick him up with a diamond contract for about 68,000 MT. His average price is about 70,000, so obviously it kind of worked out into your prices. This Penny Hardaway, as of recording this video, is about 30,000, but normally, like, depending on the time of day, I have seen him go for like 16,000, so obviously keep that in mind as well. If you guys are finding this video helpful in any way, please be sure to smash that like button on the video. It does help your boy out a ton. This Kareem, I've seen go for 12,000. This AK is 16,000, which, depending on what he was going for, like 100k, that's a decent price for this AK. Chris Paul is about 2k. Julius Erving, he's 2k. Basic Mike Biombo, I've seen literally go for discard, like he's about 1,300. Jonathan Isaac is about 6k. Again, with rubies, because it is still limited weekend, they can be spiked in price a little bit. So obviously, if you're thinking about buying them Monday, because obviously the price will come down because people will be selling back their cards. Thought is about 3k, and Simbula is about 1,000 MT. So basically about discard. Alright, so this set is coming in at around 140,000 MT. Again, it is quite a big chunk of change, but you do get 200 tokens out of it. And again, you don't have to just, obviously, just go out and spend all your MT all at once. You can chip away at this set when you can. Like, for example, I made about 70k in about, like, a few hours. I went out and bought a Paul George. Just because you may as well just chip at it now. You could potentially regret it, obviously, once the token market comes out. And then, obviously, these players will be spiked in price because then everyone is going to want these tokens. But obviously then, if you take advice in this video, you already have those cards. So then, obviously, you won't have to then go out and buy all, you know, the extortionate prices that people are going to charge for these cards. If you buy these players now, you're going to get all them juicy rewards. God damn it. Alright, now the Retro 2K Volume 2. Pretty much a really cheap set. except for MJ. MJ on his own costs around basically what the last two sets cost on his own. So again, if there is super packs on Tuesday, the retro super pack, try and look out for this MJ. See if he's a little bit cheaper. I'm seeing him on average go for about 130 to 140. This Giannis I'm seeing go for about 75k. This Lonzo I'm seeing go for about 45k. Rodman is about 8,000. Steph is about 25,000. Scalabrini and Glenn are about 2k each. This Kobe Bryant's about 7,000 MD. I'm not really too sure why. Maybe because he is, obviously, as a Ruby, he does have the most gold badges of Rubies. I think he's tied to like 4 players. So that's probably why he's priced more on the higher end. We have Bamba here for about 3k, and we have Isaac Bonga, which surprisingly is about 1,500. That was quite a shock to me. Yeah, this set on his own, if you just take out MJ, it's about 160, 170. You add MJ, it's about 300,000 MT. Again, I'm not saying to do this set straight away. I'm saying if there is super packs on Tuesday, the retro super packs, try and pick up an MJ, because I imagine his price will come down a little bit. And obviously, just because me and you don't open the super packs doesn't mean there's a whole other bunch of people who do open them. So obviously, if there are super packs on Tuesday, try and look out for an Opal MJ. And of course, I could talk about the Retro 2K Volume 3 that does give 200 tokens as well, but is there really any point? Just 2 players on their own cost about 500k. So yeah, well, you could add Scotty in there as well, so that's about 600k. So yeah, Retro 2K Volume 3, probably let's just not talk about this one. Of course, guys, you do have the other sets as well, like the Season Tip-Off East and West do give 25 tokens each, but it's really not worth your time, I'll be honest. I'm pretty sure the Tip-Off East and West do as well, but if you're just looking at Larry Johnson, yeah, it's just not really any point, is there? And boys, that's it for the video for the most part. Again, the draft set is probably the cheapest set of them all. In terms of like which one I'd go for, I'd probably say the Retro 2K Volume 1, just because you can get some decent players. Like this Paul George, I think is still decent. He's not, you know, incredible. This Penny's still quite an explosive point guard to use. Obviously, I'm not saying them using my comp level, but in terms of like just running for a bit of fun, like I still haven't used this Paul George properly. Like I do need to pick up the Opal one, but yeah, I'm going to be obviously running these cards for a little bit. Just found a little bit of fun with it. Guys, if you have found this video helpful, if you could smash a like on the video, it does help your boy out tremendously. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day. I just see you guys later. Take care. I love you all. Peace.